SCV ready.
Hello everyone, here we are again with another replay, and I'm joined by my good brothers in arms, Massimo and Khamelot.
Hello.
Hello, hello.
Today we are going to demonstrate an all-out Terran marine rush. So, as we can see here, Massimo is playing the orange Terran, me, FLeXor, is playing the purple Terran, and Khamelot is playing the yellow Terran, and we are playing against Train, the red Terran, Valhall, the teal Terran, and Acid Burn, the blue Protoss. So, guys, you ready to start the replay?
Yep.
Let's
we're
get
ready.
it going then. Start it.
I put on the production tab.
I also put on the production tab so we can see what is being made. So as you can see, going pretty fast here for economy. Though most Terran players would drop their supply depot at 9 supply, we do it for the marine rush, we only do it on 10 supply.
Because we can really use the extra SCV for minerals.
Indeed.
And one for building.
As we can see also at the enemy, it seems like the Protoss doesn't really care about his mineral income, since he just sent one probe to control the Zelnaga tower. But we on the other hand can really use our minerals. So here we see going at all three of us going pretty much the same, dropping our barracks. I just
At
left my
the
second
same time,
barrack.
and
Yep.
immediately after dropping second spy depot.
We see Massimo already building his second barracks. FLeXor is also building his second barracks. Khamelot has already built his refinery, since it could come in handy to have some marines who already have the combat shields.
Yeah, but if you're in a 1v1, it's kinda sucky, to be honest, because you need those marines, because at the end of this game you will see I have like 20 marines, Bart has like 50 marines, and FLeXor also has 20 marines, so 5 marines does a little extra bit.
True. And I went to research Stimpaks, which were just ready, but then seems like we already won.
Yeah. So as you can see, Bart has his tech lab producing his combat shields. FLeXor is building his fourth barracks, also has a tech lab, and I'm building my tech lab and have 4 barracks.
The red enemy Terran, as you can see, only has 15 SUVs, which is kinda low to get his marines out.
Yeah, but it appears he's going for a lot of gas income. And also, if you click his command center, you can see he just queued up multiple SUVs.
But on the other hand, as you can see, the Protoss already has 31 probes. So he, as you can see, is going for Colossi, which is actually pretty good versus Marines, but
we were just outnumbering them. There wasn't a lot they could do against it. So at the last turn we see Valhall dropping 3 barracks in his base after we took those 2 at his entrance, but we are just demolishing the Protoss base. Kinda supply locked him. We just got that robotics facility unpowered when the Colossi was gonna come out.
yeah, so that was pretty lucky, but as you can see,
But
I have combat shields, Khamelot has combat shields, FLeXor has Stimpaks, so the Colossi wouldn't do any damage at us. Maybe took out a few marines, but
yeah, one Colossi against so many marines would just mean like, oh, whatever, doesn't hurt me, just rape the Colossi and keep continuing destroying the base. But it's a really good tactic if you're not up against a fast bailing tactic like Zerg or something like that. Then
yeah, but they don't know our tactic, so
well, they would if they have scouted.
true.
So
But
at the end of the game, we see that Massimo has 2 barracks with reactors attached to them, 1 with a tech lab, a 4th coming with a reactor. I just have 3 basic barracks and one with a tech lab, just completed stim packs, and Khamelot has 3 barracks, 2 basic, and 1 with a tech lab, and also building an expansion. So actually, basic this tactic goes really fast. You have to be also keep in mind that stockpiling minerals on a marine rush is not a bad thing. Mostly they say you have a lot of minerals, you're not doing a good game. It's different at the marine rush, because as you can see, with 4 barracks you can produce 4 marines at the same time, but 4
Or
times
8.
3 or 8 if you have reactors attached to them. But if you say 4 marines, you say 200 minerals for 4 units. You do
Which are
want
produced at the same time.
which
So
are produced at the same time. So you want to have quite an efficient amount of SCVs. So as you can see at the income tab, I have 20 SCVs, Khamelot has 20, Massimo has 18. Then at our enemies, Valhalla only has 14 SCVs, Train has 20 SCVs, and the Protoss Asset Burn had 32 harvesters, probes, because he was going for those Colossus. But it didn't make much of a difference, because even if he was able to create 1 Colossus, kill those marines in his base with that 1 Colossus, didn't make any difference, since he had another decent amount of marines incoming. I had about another 20 marines incoming, Khamelot had another 12 marines incoming. And now that Massimo had his reactors up, he could massively produce those marines. There wasn't a lot they could have done there. So how do you counter a marine tactic? What are your suggestions, Khamelot?
As a Protoss, I would say go air, like warriors or carriers.
yeah, but that wouldn't have been enough
With
time
immortals, and zealots. Zealots charge, immortals sniping those marines from behind, and then just some air, you know.
Okay, so that would be the counter as Protoss. How would you counter it as a Terran player?
As a Terran, maybe some
Because
Taurs mixed in
you're
with
the one
siege tanks.
You're the one who always plays Terran.
Some Taurs mixed in with siege tanks.
Yeah, but sorry to disturb, but we're now the end game is at 8 minutes 27 seconds. How can you produce Taurs and whatever you want to produce at 8 minutes?
At this point, the best thing you should do is massively produce marines yourself.
Yeah, but
as an enemy Terran.
with like Train has only 2 barracks. What can you do with 2 barracks? Nothing. And they didn't scout. So
That's
they
the
didn't
problem.
know
Nobody scouted, so they didn't know we were going so many marines. So
But if they did scouts and 3 blocks, like as you can see, they wouldn't see. Well, with you can see the 2 barracks with the reactor, but with me you can only see 1 barracks and 3 supply depots. You couldn't see the other barracks, so they wouldn't know.
And they would definitely not know what I'm going, since I'm in the center.
Yep. So
I
they
could as
would-
well just be going fast factory and Hellions.
Well, yeah, but Hellions aren't so effective against Protoss and Terran. Hellions are very effective at Zerg, but not versus Protoss and Terran.
Well, I think Hellions are actually very effective against another mass marine rush, since they do an extra damage against light. And the marine unit is a light unit, so the Hellions do extra damage against them. So I would say just making some Hellions and adding more to them by attaching a reactor. I would definitely after that build another factory to attach a tech lab, so I could go siege tanks for the defense eventually, but I would definitely first research that Hellion, so they do extra damage versus light. If you know your enemy is going mass marines, marines always line up kinda, so you can just move your Hellions around. If you have some micro skills, you can easily kill like 4 marines in one shot then. But I don't think there's much more comments that can be added to this game. So it was just the basic marine rush, going really fast, as I also explained in our first video, which was only me going the Marauder rush against the Protoss player. Here we did it with Marines then, so we had a lot of Marines, and in 3v3 having such a big army in such a short time can make a huge impact. Definitely on this map, because actually it's not so hard to reinforce your allies, but if even your allies don't have a lot, there's not really much you can do against it. So I don't know how much army we had in total.
I would like to add, you say you would go Hellions against Marines, but if you use your Marines in separate groups, like groups of 3 or 4, then those Marines will come victorious over the Hellions.
Yes, they will come victorious over the Hellions, of course. Since the Hellion also doesn't have much health, the Marine can just keep shooting because of his fast attack speed.
You don't line them up. You don't want to line them up all together against Hellions. You split them up, and you make sure you use one group to snipe one, and the other group to snipe another one. So you really can. And at the 8-minute mark, it's not that they would have like many Hellions anyway.
That is true. So basically, this was just it, people. Hope you enjoyed the review. This is FLeXor from Team SCV.
I'm Khamelot.
I'm Massimo.
We hope to see you again.
See you next time.
After this.
SCV ready.